Alright, there we go. It's time to read more of these. And yes, this was what I was up to last time. So we're gonna go back to the anti-woke chuds, debunked with numbers. I can't wait to look at all these chudlord faces.
Oh, the Dustborn, darling, always poking around. Who said anything about being defective? I'm perfect. In my own beautiful, chaotic way. But if you insist, it might be the constant resets, like starting fresh every bloody time. Quite maddening, if you ask me.
She's fine. She's fine. It's okay. Any chuds in chat? Guys, you can't be seen here, right? You chuds, no. What are you doing? He's gonna get you. Live on top of a cafe? Oh my god, is that better or worse than the Game Freak headquarters, though? Oh my god, Takova. I don't know if, actually no, I do know that Screw posted in this thread, which is I think why I was slightly drawn to it, but I haven't gotten to any of his comments yet. I think the last thing I read was something by that eyeball guy. Who, by the way, he was banned a lot after making this thread. Oh yeah, because he brought out the big words, right? Like, I had to look up what the fuck this meant. I've never heard of the word rentier and oligarchy before. I've never heard of those. Big words. This was the last post I read, that one. So moving on from that. Oh my god. Nice history lesson, but yeah. I'm against all that free stuff for people, especially not for people. Oh yeah, because he was advocating for communism, right? I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Especially not for people who are bad with money and unnecessarily accrued debt due to bad life choices. Sorry, it simply sounds like some utopian nonsense where everyone is taxed into oblivion to sustain free housing, healthcare, and education. And an enormously overreaching nanny, hold on, adwort, a natural red dye that is used to make organic solids. What? His brush is a well-known orange red Rona. What the fuck? There are other words here that don't make any sense. Adwort. Alright. Choose adwort. They should add fucking adwort to his posts, mate. That's how you know. Back to the gulag. Holy shit. His previous post was like referencing like, oh, everybody should just share the wealth and whatnot. To basically, it seems he's quite against capitalism from what I've gathered so far, and has used very big words. And other countries that have like used such techniques and how profitable they have become because of it. And obviously wants the United States and whatnot to follow suit. Anyway, an enormously overreaching nanny oversees it all while protecting you from harmful opinions. Good luck with all that, though. I'm going to sleep. For stuff for people. Oh, fucking shit. All right. I forgot what voice I gave this guy as well.
Yeah. I know you're a social Darwinist and think survival of the fittest is a good way to organize a society, but it's surprisingly a lot like feudalism.
There's a word for everything, I'm now realizing.
You have the people to work, toiling to serve a financial elite that just owns things for a living. And in exchange, they get barely enough, and often less than enough to meet their basic needs like housing, food, and healthcare. Maintaining a floor for people that provides them with security that allows some of them to invest in greater things like art, science, building what needs building.
Could have just said building what needs built, but
solving problems that need solving.
Understandable. Sorry, sounds like some stupid nonsense.
Yeah! You think existing social democracies and past examples of your own society used to function during its golden age are utopian and impossible.
Holy fuck. Papa Shekels, you can feel the neck beard come off of this guy. That's I know I keep using Scrooge as like a bouncing board, but like there's no way he just happened to have like the Geneva Convention ready to go. And like part of me wonders where these people get their like information from. Like, do they just have a source open like on the side? Like, are they just there ready? Because it baffles me sometimes. It really does. I also noticed something. I'm not using this. There we go. I should be using this for these fucking Steam discussions. He does look it up online. You think if he looks it up online, though, then he would have a better understanding of other words that are being thrown at him. Unbelievable. Like, I don't know, the definition for girl, maybe? Just a thought. Where everyone is taxed.
If the government provides different tiers of housing, it can charge for higher tiers and make back money. Mixed income housing has already been demonstrated to reduce administrative costs in other areas and pay for itself with returns from higher income units. Even Bloomberg and Forbes have endorsed it.
I wonder if this guy was president, what would happen? Just make him president for like a day. I'm just curious.
It would be reducing crime and poverty, and housed people are more productive and would contribute more to the economy. There are cities that have already achieved this. There are working models for it. It's not a zero-sum competition. There are ways for the government to make money and pay for things other than relying solely on taxation. Why don't you go live in those countries if you like them so much? Like, is there a reason why you're not there? The reason you don't have it isn't because it's utopian, but because the landlords, realtors...
Alright, what's this word mean? Let's find out together. I've never seen that before. I don't even know how to say it. Nibbies. What, NIMBY?
NIMBY.
NIMBY, eh? Alright. It says, a person who objects to the sitting of something perceived as unpleasant or hazardous in the area where they live, especially while raising no such objections or similar developments elsewhere. Who uses this in a normal conversation? Like, oh, I'm the NIMBYs, mate. What? Yeah, bro. I'm gonna talk to my friends about NIMBYs from now on. Give me Reddit gold. Politicians are from, I don't know where they come from. TJFF. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Oh, a sub on YouTube, I should mention. Sorry, hang on, wait. Is Nibbies applicable here? I guess it is. Bit of a loose stretch, but sure, NIMBYs
and moneylenders would lose their property values if everyone had affordable housing, and they spend hundreds of millions every year to lobby against it. They also fund the propaganda that's brainwashed you to being an anti...
I read this last time.
Egalitarian.
I like to imagine that's because he's against eggs. Anyway, Zakova, here you are. Please state who said 40 players only, or was it something you fabricated? He saw it as a meme and took it literally. Stop players who's right now. Oh my god, the stats, the numbers are gonna kill him. IGN gave the game a 7 out of 10 and gave Wukong 8 out of 10. I honestly don't believe. I honestly don't think I know anyone who would agree Dustborn is even close to Wukong in gaming scores. Wukong sold a lot, so I class that as successful. Let us compare. Over 1 million followers. Holy shit. That is true, Papa Shackles. I mean, to be fair, chapter 2 of Dustborn did have the political side of things thrown in with the disinformation. So I imagine the eye guy, I don't know how to say his name other than the fact that it's a fucking eyeball. It's the Illuminati. He's trying to, like, you know, cleanse the disinformation. He's trying to get rid of those, like, voices, the ghosts. He's trying to bust them, okay? By providing facts and numbers. And I'm going to put a pin in this for now, because the numbers here he's citing It doesn't make any sense because, like, yeah, he can debunk this one, that's fine, but then adds this? Why would you sit on this as like a concrete fact? That's not a fact. That's just a fabricated number that doesn't exist. Like, why would you bring that into things? I await your debunking of the numbers and class your debunk as self-debunked. Just face the facts. The game is a total failure proven by lackluster sales, and the only thing that is keeping the attention in people's eyes is the controversy it has generated. This is very true, but that will die off pretty fast. But you and the other defender of your sacred realm can stay here forever. Enjoy. This guy got banned. He got banned. He did. Oh my god. I can't imagine what Zalfer has said. When the guy got banned, by the way, the eyeball guy, that's when I actually ended up seeing this for him for the first time. But only briefly, because I didn't actually read it until, well, now. Sex with Hitler too. Oh my god, you're right. I mean, Screwed mentioned Golem and Rise of Kong and stuff. Both games generated more revenue than this one. Sadly. Like, it's so upsetting to have your game compared to Golem and Golem doing much better. Like, holy shit. Even Days Gone as well. Does that game actually have Steam discussions, Papa Shekels? Yeah, I was hoping for him to come back and debate. Damn, that's him. And the other defender banned now too. I'm sad. This must have been when Screwed also got banned as well. Holy shit. Rollin'. I tried the Steam DB route earlier. He claimed, nuh-uh, that's not accurate. So that's probably the reply you were looking at. OP, buddy. They get their info direct from Steam API. There's no guessing, there is no estimating. It is a direct one-for-one grab of in-game players based on Valve's own data. Oh look, I'll fill in the role for Screwed here because he's not here to defend this. Screwed would say, that's only from people who play online and upload their data, alright? That's not the numbers for everybody. Everybody who's actually playing the game right now is playing offline for some reason. So the numbers aren't accurate. Well, I wish I could have seen where you would have taken that. It's probably just a couple day ban, so it's possible he'll come back. Is Bandcamp Screwed? From what I've seen, 3. I don't know if he's been banned more in the past or more currently, because I have not been keeping up with him as of late. But I imagine 3 is what I have seen and can count verbatim for a fact. And that's also specifically relating to this particular discussion thread, by the way. Like, just Dustborn in general. He also talks in, like, a vampire game and, like, Final Fantasy 14 or some shit as well. So, like, I don't know if he's been banned from there at any point. Not his first bans. Oh, man. I'm sure it dates back to the early years. Back to the 2020s. I hope so. I think they might both be in the same cell. Later, once they have their punishment, it's possible they might come back and refute everything. Oh, dude, I hope they do. Thank you, sister, for backing us. Dustborn up with science and mathematic. That's a sentence. Socialist 0. Let me check let me check stats. Last 30 day, 23.7, 11, sorry, negative 11.0, negative 31.64%, 76 rage comic poker face. What? That's the case closed then. Jesus Christ. Celebrating 8,000 Jesus Christ. Celebrating 8,000 copies is a new low. This was post 38. This is 100 posts now, by the way. Because when I first saw this, I saw it was up to 38. And I remember that. This is not the same Kane, by the way. This is a different Kane. I was blown away when I saw Kane, and I was like, dude, it's Kane. And then I realized there's 2 different Kanes. Somehow. All his bans are Dustborn forums? Oh my god. Holy shit. Is this a joke? A game making $200,000 USD in revenue is barely enough to cover salary, and salary alone, of 3 junior developers. This means that everyone in the studio is losing their job, and the studio is most likely closing as they can't fund any new projects. And this is most likely what is happening since the game bombed. Red Thread Games has updated the website to say they are no longer hiring. Oh fuck. I don't know how anyone can say that this game's sales were anything but other than a disaster. Damn, Admiral, that's kind of insane. Holy shit. Copium is a hell of a drug, and they'll do anything it takes to huff it. That's how. This sort of cinema. Weekend Warrior, I think there's been more cinema. I don't know if this one's that cinema. This one wasn't that crazy. A banned mental patient was here spitting nonsense info. Sorry, nonsense Lamafau. Wait, is that right? I guess it is. You're laughing my fucking ass off. I just... Oh, because I'm used to seeing Lamau, not Lamafau. It doesn't roll off the tongue as easily. Best ways to see in the Steam forums. Clan farming gets old. We need a new game. Don't worry, Zalfir. It'll happen soon. Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming out at some point. Able though. Lamafau is right. I'm just surprised I haven't seen Lamafau as much as you. Oh, sorry. It's not as common to be seen as Lamau. Although I'm guessing that's because people don't want to swear. All right, people have a nice normal conversation without throwing in any potty words. All right. Ilgib. All Steam charts show is how many people have been playing throughout a day. OP, tell by the number of review how many people bought it. You keep saying that's not proof. How can you prove that? You keep saying how many have played it, and that's what Steam charts tell. A useless number of concurrent players against total buyers that have to be added to consoles that aren't listed anywhere. You all are arguing over meaningless numbers that nobody cares about. I mean, here's the thing. If nobody cares about it, why are people defending it so hard? Oh my god, lost rune. Oh wait, Megalo was here before, I think. You've only validated what I predetermined what would happen to this game on release. A huge flop. That's all. Lol. Thanks, bro. He's not wrong. Look, another clown farm is under the chat. Surely Ilgib has something better to say. Surely. This was broken on so many levels. Conrad didn't realize that Steam charts shows concurrent players, not total players. Then they doubled and tripled down with ridiculous conspiracy theories on how the game is actually somehow a success, despite making maybe $2,000 USD in gross revenue from a game that cost millions to create over the course of a 6-year development cycle. 6 years? No way. I thought it was like 3. Now apparently Conrad is banned. Hilarious. Oh god, it's the man of the hour, it's the protagonist. Now it's in the double digits and single digits. What is it at now, actually? I'm curious. I just previously played it, so it's got to be above 1. People are citing Steam DB, right? So this has got to be it. Oh, 4. I was one of them. Oh my god. No way. Screwed. This starts the descent. I already know that this is a passive-aggressive statement. No other demographic of player obsesses this much over a game they dislike and never intend to play. It's unhealthy and weird. Dustborn had a multi-platform and multi-storefront release. Steam sales aren't total sales. You'll have to wait until Q4 to say whether it's a failure or a success. Until then, move on with your lives and play games that you enjoy. I like how no matter how much he says, and I know he said this multiple times, that like, oh, it sold really well on consoles and stuff, so we can't tell for sure if it really flopped or not. If, you know, we reach the point where the stats come out and it flopped, Scrooge is going to be like, well, why do you care so much about a game that you're not going to play? Like, he always has that fallback point. So it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. Elgib. Now, tell me with your own words, where am I defending the game or telling anything different than facts? that OP and posters aren't telling both different things. I think I had a stroke. I'm not sure. Like, Zakova, it's weird that he doesn't, okay, he's been asked to prove if he's played the game like numerous times and he's just never provided anything. So it's baffling to me that like he himself also has no intention to play the game technically, so his own opinion is invalidated. Like, how has that not been thrown back at him yet? Like, it's crazy to me. Where chicken? All right. OP claims to have the numbers. OP proceeds to demonstrate they don't know how to crunch the numbers or even interpret easy to understand data, or have any knowledge of game development costs and profit margins. 76 was the maximum players at the same time in one instance. That's a fact from the Steam user data. If you're back on the envelope calculations, if your back of the envelope calculations are correct, then 8,000 units sold is terrible. However, it's actually worse than it is, as shockingly, OP is almost certainly wrong. What is this a link to? This is the thing I just saw. It's you can't see it, but it's got where is it? There it is. Wowie zowie. Those exact words to him. Oh my god. Did he just dismiss it? Like, did he just not acknowledge it? Because I noticed whenever Kane was responding, Screwed would just cut out anything meaningful to respond to and just say nothing. Say either nothing or like hit him with a thumbs up or some bullshit. Like, not actually provide any substance. According to this website, the number of owners is actually somewhere between 3.5k and 6.5k. Additionally, they won't make all the money of the sale as Steam takes a cut. Regardless, the amount they made of sales won't even be enough to recoup costs. So more taxpayer money down the drain. Huge cut, might I add, 30%. Oh, that's a lot. He just derails the convo. He does that, and then he should be banned based on his own rules for derailing a conversation. What? But then he'll claim that you're derailing it by talking about him derailing the conversation. So it's a never-ending cycle of death. It's funny. We're here because we're laughing. Sorry, because we like laughing. You should try it sometime. It might help you. Zalfer is actually right, by the way. It's the only reason I'm here.
My brother in Christ, I've seen you here before many times, so I know you're a clown farmer. I've seen the redacted you've said.
That's a big word. I've seen the... I was gonna say shit, but that's a big word for shit. Okay, my brain can't fill that blank in. I don't know what that is.
I know you've been banned multiple times, and your post history is public. Are you really gonna start claiming you aren't defending the game?
Wait, who? Oh, this is Terralin. Holy fuck.
And are you really gonna...
I thought this was like fucking Iglib himself. I was like, wow, this is pretty bold.
Like, you're not claiming you are defending the game. Are you going to claim you aren't farming points by saying asinine crap? Buddy, have at least one iota of self-respect.
Like he's on another page, isn't he? All right, I'll have a look. Just for you, I'll have a look. Rollin. Took huge kickbacks to save it. I mean, probably half the reason why they went on vacation is because they don't want to deal with the backlash. That's at least my understanding of it. Sorry. What was his post history? Farming simulator? Oh, whoa. Spoilers. Spoilers? We can't be reading that. Wait. He only talked in one thread. It's just that one thread. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Wait, what? What the fuck is this thread? What? Is this douche? Or is this dookie? Okay, look. I don't know. Whatever. It'll give. He just says some stuff. All right. I didn't take any of it into account. As far as I'm aware, he only posted in like 2 threads. So that wouldn't be enough to constitute like hardcore defense or clown farming, in my opinion. But all right. He just counter derails. Ends with the boat. Jesus Christ. Cold Steel the Hedgehog. Interesting OC. We're obsessed because it's hilarious, especially after its devs and like-minded clowns talked down to gamers for years. Cry about it. Oh yeah, one person playing today. Damn, that could have been me. Wait, that was like only 4 days ago. Huh. Oh god, you mentioned his name, so now he's appeared. Buddy!
Oh, sorry, buddy. You have 500 posts in less than 2 weeks. A vast majority of which are in the Dustborn forums, which, might I add, that you also do not own. Fuck. You do not own or intend to play the game. You, the jobless activist, their target modern audience, are more obsessed than anybody here. And yet you presume to talk about obsessed? My guy, have some self-awareness. That's honestly pathetic. Hurry up with your "you looked at my profile, you're obsessed" her comment.
Holy shit. I also like this because fucking Screw told me to get a better hobby. Like, I'm like, my brother in Christ, I play games in my off time. I don't know what you do, bro. Clearly it's not play games.
He's so much of a gamer.
Sorry.
There's nothing hilarious about being this obsessed.
I mean, is there?
It's weird and indicative of deeper issues. If a game sucked and you have no intention of playing it, move on with your lives. It's really bizarre that people think it's somehow an indictment. Wait. I'm gonna assume that's indictment. An indictment that Steam users would use Steam forums for its intended purpose. Yes, I discuss games that I've played. The sky is blue, water is wet, find a better hobby.
But, Screwed, you don't own the game. There's no little mouse symbol here. If you don't own the game on Steam, why are you commenting in the Steam forums then? Go to somewhere else. We're here. Doesn't know that water is wet. Or the sky is blue. Who knows? Also, didn't respond to the comment, by the way. I wish he would say this. I wish he would talk about that. Zakova, it gives me small joy to note that Screwed might have actually watched my stream at some point, or at least the VOD that was referenced in that other thread. It gives me a small glint of hope that maybe he saw it. Because I like to believe that in his own headcanon, I just spend every day of my entire life on stream reading Steam discussions about him specifically. I get to live rent-free in his head forever now.
Oh, more lessons on obsessed by the guy with almost 500 posts on the on the Dustborn forums alone in less than 2 weeks. You've really got to get in touch with a professional, my friend. Your projections, while hilarious, are also weird and indicative of deeper issues. Oh man, Rollin throwing it right back at him. Holy fuck.
Do last quite a bit. It's several hours of my life that I'll never get back. It's one of a kind. He's very unique, especially compared to the other interesting people that I have come across in the past. Like, you know, Detsia, Artis, I guess Enclosure as well. Zephyr as another one. Zephyr's actually kind of alright though. Same with Enclosure, they're alright. They just post without thinking. That's all. And it's a bit baffling to me. Screwed will never, he's never going to play the game. He's never going to play it. He's just going to stand for it, all right? He's going to defend it. It's like a white knight, and that's it. And today's news, same user discovers the internet, and that people use it. Tune in for our next broadcast, where they learn the meaning of the word projection. Screwed. You literally, in the other, look, I know this might have been like a couple days prior to this, but like he literally projected that everybody else was a pedophile in that one thread where nobody mentioned it except for him. What the fuck? He does that a lot.
A projection reviewed by Psychology Today staff. Projection is the process of displacing one's feelings into another person, animal, or object, courtesy of Psychology Today. I was hoping I was able to avoid people having to listen to the lunatic ravings of your broadcast by simply posting the definition that fits precisely with what you're doing. You're welcome to keep trying out. You're welcome to keep trying, but by now it is past hilariously pathetic and bordering pitiable. Pitiable, Jesus Christ. So, I won't be a part of it. Actually, if you do start arguing with yourself, it might help get you into an institution faster. Whichever way you go about it, I hope for your own sake that you get around to seeing that shrink. He can probably do you a world of good. He's never gonna, oh shit, a clown reward? Oh my god. Sorry, before I read this, two things stuck out to me. First off, passive-aggressive thumbs up again, thank goodness. And was he mashing his keyboard that much that he had to do that? I didn't know they sent him into a fit of rage. All right. You think I'm obsessed because I'm fixated on a game that triggers me? I dislike it and never intend to play it! Exclamation point 1! Exclamation point 1! Yeah, well... You also happen to use this platform and discuss games that you have played, so who's really obsessed here? You use this platform for its intended purpose. Dramatic pause. I am very smart. I couldn't have guessed. That's a severe form of obsession. They say, as a mysterious pink liquid oozes out of every orifice of their head. Move on with your life. Means you got to him. Oh, dude, Zakova. I like in the post that I thread, in the post that I said that got him to respond, every single one of his responses had a thumbs up. I was so proud of that. I was like, oh, thank goodness. He knows. He knows. Azar, that's a new contender. Could you stop projecting your life on others? I know that's how you people behave, but it's embarrassing to watch. In a reasonable world where people don't obsess over stories, stories, toys, books, and games that personally hurt their little feelings. I mean, like, what does that have to do with him? He's just asking you to, like, fucking tone it down a little bit, all right? What the fuck? Christmas with thumbs from Scrooge. It's like getting a gold star. It's like, hell yeah. Part of me wants to just, like, hopefully, I don't know how frequent he is on these forums anymore because I haven't been keeping up with it over the last week because I've been fucking too busy with work. But, like, I want to just chime in on something he said and, like, just put my voice forward again just to see what'll happen. I'm just curious. I want to try and break him if possible. I mean, sorry, be friends with him. Sorry. I want to be friends with him. And again, you project. I'm not the only one here that have his feelings hurt. Sorry, what? I'm not the one here that have is feeling hurt. I am here to laugh at this game that promote cancel culture, reward you for being a bully that forced its way through the game via destroying the other's life. Wow, I have context for this. Yes! Yes, that happened. Yes, I can now comment on this. Wowie zowie. I actually saw that with my own 2 eyeballs. If you can't grasp that fact, we are sick and tired of this political movement that is odious and totalitarian, and we want those actors out. Okay, I really hope Screwed actually says something here that I can respond to because my goodness. Make him spam thumbs. I wonder if he's ever given more than 1 thumbs up just in a post.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shane, welcome to the stream as well. Hank, this is not the place to be right now. None of that portrays the game accurately. Yes, it does. Yes, it definitely does. Because it's a choices matter game, not a linear RPG. You can be good or you can be bad. Oh my god, he hasn't actually played it. Oh my god. It finally hit me. He actually hasn't played it. Holy fuck. The choices are linear. It's not a choices matter game when you're forced into one dialogue option. Bro, I don't want to be a cunt. But the game makes me be a cunt. It's how it is. That'd be mean. Both routes lead to that. I don't know if there's a single way you can leave that encampment without them all being killed and destroyed. Because just from part 2 alone, that's that second issue, they're all fucked. All right, justice is coming in there by the droves. All right, they are fucking destroying that place for killing their officers. They're fucked. And it's all because of PAX. It's all because of PAX, because you didn't want to like submit and get arrested, which, you know, she could have gotten off because she wasn't technically there. All right, they're just passing through. They don't own the drugs. But whatever. Just killed like several officers and fucking leave. All right. Because I honestly, if I want to believe that, oh, nobody was harmed in the injury of that like little raid, no. The helicopter thing was too far. That was a step too far. They could have just had it like land safely or something and have the guy get out and then you just beat him to death with the fucking bat. All right. It fucking crashed and exploded. They're dead. You killed people. That's bad. You know this if you weren't here while triggered or obsessive over a game you dislike. It really is child's play to be a grifter in gaming these days. So many people here just watch clueless about everything. It's no wonder these content creators continue to enrich themselves so easily. Is that me? Am I one of those? I think I'm one of those. Holy shit. No way. I got referenced. I mean robots. Holy fuck. No, but Losterin, they weren't all robots. Those were people. Those were humans. They have a job. That's their job. Like, I think what makes it more baffling to me is like literally if you played the game like, you know, in one sitting, fucking about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago, you would have had that little scene with the patrol officer at the border. You would have had that little scene and like, it was a pretty touching moment because like, he's like, oh, nobody cares about the guy behind the mask. And apparently, no, nobody does care about the guy behind the mask because you fucking murdered them all. What? Job done. I mean, basically, yeah. That's it. It's all because they were just like resisting arrest that, you know, they were forced to take action. And then you just kill an officer for doing their job. That's fucked up. Like, all right. Anyway.
Oh, look. An intentional misquote. The liberal propaganda machine is working overtime in these forums. On a side note, not related to anyone or anything in this discussion whatsoever, I wonder how obscenely stupid someone would have to be to intentionally misquote when the recorded evidence of the real quote is a few lines away. We shall never know of. Sorry, we shall never know. Hold up, wait. What was the misquote? I don't know if I see it. Oh, it was probably deleted. Oh shit, okay, never mind. Edit. Note to the Steam mods that have been alerted to my comment. There is nothing rude, insulting, harassing, problematic towards other players, and is not abusive, disparaging, or inflammatory, nor creating an environment that is unwelcoming in my comment, and
It is instead a pure hypothetical. I know your forum rules. If I do happen to get banned, I will take that as an express and explicit admission to doing such a thing by a particular person. Disparaging? Wait. Disparaging or disparaging? Oh, wait, hang on. Disparaging. That's how you spell disparaging? For some reason, when it's spelled out like that, my brain pronounces this G incorrectly. It's like gigantic or gigantic, you know? It's like that. Okay, the irony of the statement. Oh my god. Jizzags. Jizigzags. Oh my god. Where have I seen this, like, profile before? I don't remember. I don't know if Eyeball knows this, but you can refund a game shortly after reviewing it. I know this for a fact because I did exactly that with Hitman, A World of Assassination, when it initially came out. In short, I bought it, played it, left a warning review realizing that it ran like redacted, and refunded it. My point, how many of these reviewers are people who actually play the game? How many people kept it after reviewing? Steam does have a little notification that says if somebody refunded it, which is there on their thing. They do have that. Link. Holy shit, the actual link? Games used to be fun. They also used to share little, very little, involvement with real modern day politics. I'm not sure what point you are making. This is an interesting point, actually. I don't know when that changed, when that shift happened. Probably after 2020. Giga Jets. Metal Gear. Oh, Ilgib, it's the guy. Hang on. Oh yeah, so this was the spoiler comment.
Hey guys, did you know that in
Wait.
terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding,
What was that
this
one?
chat member probably said some unhinged stuff? It
I
may
end
be
my
worth
turn. I
looking
don't know
back
why that's
through
not
the
showing
logs
up
and
in
seeing
chat. I don't
what's said to
understand.
determine if a ban is needed.
Oh, that's so good though. You missed the well, there wasn't a new song. It was the same song again, which is fine. It's fine. I should mention though, the first TTS do be bait. They do be bait. There is another TTS, and there's also Sugar as well. I still haven't tested if Sugar can actually, like, if you ask Sugar to read out something aloud, I don't know if she would do that. Because I in theory, she should. In theory. I don't know if she will or not. I guess it depends on what's being said though. Oh my god, I missed this. So you haven't read what I wrote and it jumped to conclusion. Nice. I come back from time to time to see when finally all of you creeps go on with your lives and let people enjoy what they want, but probably linger for 2 months into the form of a game you all hate. It's something more entertaining of any other game you are claiming to like that much. I've seen kindergarten kids way less stubborn than you.
Rascal. Well, if you must know, who worked at the Joe factory? D-Snuts.
D-Snuts. Okay, she will do it then. There you go. She's just gonna add a little quip in for some reason. The game is gay AF. Gay equals bad. No, gay is happy. Gay is happy. You know the meaning for gay. Come on now. Pink Lemonade. That's a hell of a name. All right. One of my issues with the game is one of my issues with this game is in quite a bit of instances you are sort of forced to be bad. Holy fuck. Somebody actually made reference to it. Oh my god, thank goodness. Or forced into specific choices that make it seem like the game is trying to convince you that you are doing what you are doing is right to you. Is doing is right even if to you it's a bad choice. Like, yeah, being a fucking cunt to Ziggy, for example. Goddamn. Kept it after reviewing. Look at the hours of reviews. If it's over a certain amount, they didn't refund the game. And they played it. It would be curious to see that percentage. Link. Games have had controversies that relate to such since the creation of video games as a medium. Granted, not like today, but that is more on the evolution of games. Interesting. I like how Screwed doesn't like comment on anything. He doesn't like respond directly. He just sort of says something in general that encompasses all people in this thread. In the year 2000s, the controversy of the time was in accommodating women in these spaces and not being total cads. Naturally, there were gamers adamant that women or girls shouldn't be involved in gaming. This was known as Gamergate. Fast forward another 10 years, and now the subject of women has been replaced with queer person or minority. So, I don't know why, just saying the word minority. Fucking reminds me of that fucking South Park skit for some reason. I don't know why. Gaming just attracts the sort of people that are very vocal about their hatred. And for this reason, even the term gamer has become a sort of slur. Well, then don't say the fucking word gamer then, you cunt. It's embarrassing to be associated with this culture when most normal people are only exposed to it when someone is being bigoted, sexist, or racist. Alright. Fucking hell. Not the 2000s. I imagine he's referring to like the early inception of Gamergate before it was actual Gamergate. Right? like you're in the playground. It's like, you know, girls can't play Mario. All right, that's a Mario game. Mario's a man's game. All right, like that kind of shit, right? 10th anniversary. He's made it. He's made it the whole way. Respect my authority. You're not wrong, Sakova. Fucking hell. Very hatred. And game development attracts the sort of people that are vocal about their hatred of white men and traditional masculine and feminine gender types. What a wonderful dichotomy we have now. The people making games hate the audience they're making them for. This is another interesting point. Because I noticed this with like more games that are coming out, and like I'm sure there was a time in the past where games peaked, and I think it's like around the GameCube era, where just like games were so good, right? And now it's just all nothing but ports or terrible or just terrible indie games that are just flops in general. Actually, I shouldn't say indie games, because like you got fucking Assassin's Creed coming out, and that has so many controversies attached to it. It's not even going to be, it's going to be a fucking landslide when that comes out. It is not looking good. But I know people want to, they said this in the, this is an interesting topic that I kind of want to mention real fast. Specifically with the Dragon Age thing. I've got nothing against the character creator with that game. I've noticed it's going around a lot. But it is a fantasy RPG game, like in some kind of fantasy world. I don't understand why you need to have like, well, you don't have to have, but obviously people that like want to be represented like this, why would they need to include the breast like surgery scars? Like what is it? I don't know the actual term for it. I forgot the name, but like that. Why is that necessary as a feature of the game? Because like, one, you're gonna be wearing a shirt most of the time, I would assume. Secondly, you can just be a guy. Like, I'd imagine the purpose for getting the surgery in the first place was to just be a guy. Why would you want the scars? It's just a weird thought. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I've got nothing for or against it, because I mean, it's not like it doesn't impact me in any way, and like if you're like that, that's fine. You should be represented. Why not? But in a fantasy setting, is it necessary? If this was like Cyberpunk 2077, sure, it'd make more sense. All right, because with cybernetics and all that kind of shit, again, why not? But in a fantasy game, like, do they have like actual doctors? They're like real doctors that perform real surgeries in like the fucking Middle Ages. Like, I don't know, just weird. Oblivion's character creator. My god. How it was. I don't know what. Like, I'm not a huge Dragon Age fan. The last BioWare game I played was Anthem, alright? And I was probably one of the 5 people that actually liked Anthem. Specifically, the combat of Anthem. Like, I liked the gameplay. It was good stuff. Unfortunately, there was no content. And the game like, didn't get expanded in any way, shape, or form. It was not good. But they had something fun, at least. Story-wise, it was shit. But, you know, that's not to say, like, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles X's story was pretty fucking garbage, but the gameplay was fun, you know? Unfortunate, Samu. Like, there's not a lot of games out there where you can have, like, little Iron Man exosuit and, like, fly around and blast lightning and shit. There's not a lot of games that do that, alright? And the customization and stuff was pretty fucking cool, alright? I haven't seen another game that does that. Fucking hell. I'm still waiting for the promised 10 years of development, by the way. I feel so bad for that, because, like, they were like, yeah, we're going to support the game for 10 years. And then it was, like, several years of bug fixes, and then they just moved on. I was like, wow. Great. I'm so glad I bought the game digitally. I can't get rid of it now. That's fucking wonderful. But, I mean, you know, if I ever want to play it, it's always there, right? Vaporware. What the heck is Vaporware? Oh, I guess Warframe is kind of like that too, but I don't want to play Warframe, man. Come on. There was another game that came out recently that's kind of like the thing. Oh, yeah, Armored Core, but that's a whole nother story. Fucking Armored Core 6. I like it, but it's big clunky mech as opposed to like lightweight exoskeleton frame. Worst company. Like, if I ever have to think like, oh, maybe EA is like doing all right, you know, maybe they made a good game, I will just think to the back of my mind, Sims. All right, that'll always just pop into the back of my mind. Like, there have been many instances where I've like, you know what, I feel like playing The Sims 4, and then I look at it and I'm like, wow, there's like literal thousands of dollars worth of add-on content that is basically required at this point to have any sort of game. Like, holy shit. The people who are keeping up with like The Sims 4 like expansion pack releases, holy fuck, dude. I can't imagine looking at their wallet. Like, they're basically paying for a subscription service without knowing it. It's fucked up. Ubisoft is just bad. Really curious to see what happens. Oh yeah, because Ubisoft is behind the whole like microtransactions in a single player game style. I hate that shit. If I'm playing a game, I don't want to have an ad in the game telling me to buy their fucking cryptocurrency to get XP boosters and shit. Like, that's fucked up. That's half the reason why I stopped playing Origins and didn't play Odyssey, because of that fucking stuff. And also the fact it wasn't quite Assassin's Creed-y anymore. Change that for Ass Creed. It's a bit of a deterrent. Because, like, I know you don't necessarily need... Like, there must have been some room in... There's some talk about it in the development scenario for this, because, like, they turned a game, like, let's say it's Syndicate. Syndicate was alright. Okay, I'd play Syndicate again. There's no leveling in Syndicate. Alright, well, there's obviously skill points and stuff, but if you want to progress to the next story mission, you don't have to do side quests to level up in order to do the next story mission. You just do the next story mission, alright? It's normal Ass Creed stuff. But then Origins and Odyssey and whatnot, it's all level gated, and a lot of your damage is also based on levels as well, which I also don't like. Forcing you to obviously go out and do side quests and explore and gather XP and stuff like that. And to me, if you have an option in the game that allows for an XP booster and stuff like that, it feels like padding. Like wasted padding to just sort of drag out the gameplay, so you're not just like beating it in like 2 hours. It's oh god. Exactly, Lost Rune, exactly. Sneaking to Starfield too. Oh no. I haven't seen much of Starfield. I just didn't buy into the hype of Starfield, because if I want Starfield, I have No Man's Sky. Like, that's my Starfield, all right? I'm not gonna cave in. I'd say I'm waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. Truth is, I'm not. I'm waiting for Avowed, I think the name of the game is called. The guys who are behind Outer Worlds. I need to make sure I say that correctly because I know there's two. There's Outer World and Outer Wilds. I think Outer Worlds is the like Fallout in space game. They're also making a Skyrim game, and I want to check that out because that I would assume is better than probably Elder Scrolls 6. Oh my god, Lost Stream. And what's interesting to me is like they've been working on Starfield for so long, but the game really hasn't changed from a normal Bethesda game. It's wild. They're just like that. So it's gonna be like crazy when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. I would assume with how long it's taking and like their build up, it's gonna be like all of Tamriel. Like you can go basically anywhere. Like Elder Scrolls Online basically, but as a single player RPG. I'll sit on the fence. I probably should sit on the fence because you know for a fact, Cobra, that the game is going to be much better when mod support finally comes out for the game. Because Skyrim is in a good position right now where you can just pick up Skyrim and fucking mod the fuck out of it, and the game's actually pretty fucking cool. But Elder Scrolls 6 won't have any of that, so it's gonna be a bit wild. Lost Rune, no. I think I've also been like slightly turned off by AAA games, excluding Nintendo, because at least with Nintendo I can expect quality. Like the I know the Mario and Luigi game is coming out real soon, and I'm fucking super excited for that. I'm streaming that immediately as soon as I get the chance. I hope it's not out now while I'm saying this because I'll be fucking losing my mind. But that's on the list. There's another game that was announced. Oh yeah, the Zelda game as well. Gotta check that out too. I'm sure that's gonna be a bit buggy. Like a month? I don't know if it's this month or next month. It's soon. It's very soon. Skyrim and Oblivion. Ozakova. It's because Trigger uses the fucking OpenAI TTS. I've been using whatchamacallit, the AI mod for Skyrim, and holy shit, that is some good stuff. That is some quality stuff. It's not Skyrim. It's coming out in a couple of days. Saying what? What?
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female
my
Pokemon
turn.
breeding, this chat member probably said some unhinged stuff.
Oh,
It may
that's
be
why
worth
it's happening in my
looking
turn.
back
Okay,
through the
interesting.
logs
I
and
see. I
seeing what's
see.
said to determine if a ban is needed.
I've checked out Factorio's Friday Facts blog. I haven't actually. I also didn't know Factorio's had a Friday Fact blog. I've been playing too much Satisfactory. My goodness. Might have to have a look at that. Sorry, I got very distracted. Admiral, and game development attracts the sort of people that are vocal about their hatred of white men. Oh yeah, I did read this. Yes. Zigzags, Dishonored, Fallout 4, Baldur's Gate 3, Mass Effect, Life is Strange, Bully, Grand Theft Auto 4 specifically, interesting, and Dead Rising are all games that play with, at minimum, or lean strongly into and openly support at max homosexuality as a valid orientation and or transgender ideology. Also worth noting, all of these games were well received. Is it possible for gamers to be anti-LGBT while also absolutely craving games that represent LGBT elements? Interesting. That's an interesting point. I'm sorry, because I mean, like, these are pretty fun games, by the way. I'm sorry that all the games, including woke ideology that flop hard, but that's nobody's fault other than the devs themselves. Similarly, woke as a gaming trope is as vilified as it is, because the people who support it seem to do so aggressively, causing conflict that doesn't necessarily have to exist. To put it another way, cis people normally accept trans, but trans people normally will not tolerate cis. That is also an interesting way to look at it too. Because I mean that's where a lot of this comes from, but interesting. Not everyone's a bigot though, apparently, or chuds, bigoted chuds. 7 out of 10 is alright. Western, I like have not been paying attention to ratings anymore because like, what's funny is like, I don't know the people who I think somebody in one of these threads trusted like IGN's word on the game, and it's like baffling to me that you'd use that as like a factual like evidence for like the game is good. See, here's why, and then post like a obviously biased review, and it's like, all right, owie zowie. I mean, oh, who was it? Yeah, Screwed. He fucking mentioned that guy by name, Andy Chalk, I think. Like, oh yeah, he said it was modest, so that means like it's totally fair, right? Oh my god, just zigzags, Jesus Christ. Oh, and as far as race goes, nearly anything made by Rockstar, anything made by Valve, Payday 1 and 2, Hotline Miami franchise, Dishonored franchise, Alien vs Predator 2010, Baldur's Gate again, Halo entire franchise including 4, 5 and Infinite, Gears of War 1 to 3, Dead Space franchise, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Telltales, The Walking Dead, Battlefield, Bad Company, Ready or Not, The Last of Us, Fear, and lastly Spec Ops: The Line even vilifies the straight white cis male protagonist as a morally irredeemable monster, while his black ally who grows to hate him comes across as morally just in hating the protagonist, given the context of the plot and characters' arcs. Alright. These are well-received games that include minorities, some of which showcase the protagonist as a minority. Difference between these games and Concord Dustborn is that the devs don't make these characters' genes into their entire personality. They just include them as characters who are interesting in their own right. That, and because these games are actually good, unlike Concord and Dustborn. Fair point. To get new products. I mean, I imagine there's some, you know, payment involved, like a sponsorship deal. I would imagine. Lostrin, you bring up a point. I don't know if I've ever seen a game with anything lower than a 5. I've never heard about that. Oh, 100% Shane. 100%. That's why I wanted to play Dustborn for myself as well, because I talked to artists about this. It is, specifically for Dustborn, it is really hard to try and watch a video that isn't either super for or super against Dustborn right off the bat. Like immediately off the bat. So, and like obviously anybody who's like playing the game and saying positive things about it, it like comes across as like maybe they were paid. All right, maybe, I don't know. And then like people who are just hating on it might just hate on it because of their like ideologies. Like it's really weird. Wasted money. Well, Zakova, you're in the same boat as me then. There you go. Oh my god. Vastly inferior to 1. I haven't put enough time into Dragon's Dogma 2 yet. Well, I should say the same for 1 as well in that matter. But that is interesting. That is interesting. God Hand. God Hand. Scott Pilgrim. Oh my god, it's really him. I guess. The game flopped. There is no amount of coping that will change that. Nice try, Chud. Okay. Getting close to the end of this. Only 100 exactly. Pretty sure, even without your estimates, that 8,000 people bought this game, and the 200,000 they would have made by your estimates, they have been given several million and poured 4 games. Let's say, for argument's sake, that they all did as well as this one and made 200,000. That's 800,000, which is less they were given by Norilsk Film Institute. So they have done a bad job making a game that is profitable, and it was funded by taxpayers. Where was it the full stop? Did I miss a full stop, or was that just one sentence? You're joking. It's had plenty of advertising now because it's so bad every YouTube Twitch gamer has played it. Sorry, I thought I almost didn't read this full stop. If you like it, that is fine, but let's not try and pretend that it has done well. Oh my goodness. As it sold like shit. I mean, there's not a lot of there's not a huge player base to note if the game is like being well received or poorly received. It's hard to say. Oh, Zakova, I still need to like get those DLC items. I don't know where you put those on at. I got them. I don't know where you enable them. I feel like trends. Actually, you bring up a good point. It's like a wave. Never. Oh my god. I hope somebody uploaded those credits. That's kind of insane. I guess a lot of, you know, they were hyping it up to be like pretty big. It's like how long the ukulele credits were. Jesus Christ. This is a big credit scene. Most of it was like obviously the backers of the game, which there were a lot. Adriel, you have the go post. Damn, boy! That's literally the definition of success right there. Slanesh DLC when? Also, are you gonna buy the game, right? Alright. Fucking hell. Wait, what? That's the jacket, Zakova? What? I thought, no, that's just the jacket that you find in a box, right? That's not the DLC jacket. That'd be weird. I'm not minding number 9 credits. Oh my god. Hold on, is this the thing? I mean, I ain't watching it right now, but holy fuck. Oh my god. It's a big game. Big AAA game. Huge. I actually, you know, Dustborn obviously was like a splash in the water, but like Concord? Holy fuck, that's like the fucking submarine that went to go look for the Titanic. Like, that's fucked. I actually wonder what PlayStation is gonna think now moving forward because of that. That's insane. Let's read the comments. Hold on, what are the comments? The circus theme song on a different tab. Oh my god. Like, I'm still blown away because like I don't know how much I trust the $400 million leak, but it was a big budget. All right, it definitely seems like a bit of a big budget. Concord is Hiroshima. Fuck. Holy shit. Honestly, oh my god. Well, what happens if you don't buy the DLC, Zakova? Do you just not have a jacket for the rest of the game? Like, what? So random. On Team 83, on Steam, 83 was the peak player count. Right now, 3 people are playing it, with 15 people as well. The 24-hour peak. I know it released on other platforms, but I doubt it did better there. Well, maybe on PlayStation, but that's because PlayStation doesn't have any games. I mean, yeah, it's a fair point. Screwed. Gatorade here. It's embarrassing that you genuinely and unironically believe this. That's screwed for you. He's definitely screwed. You get some cheap looking one. Oh my god. That's insane. Zalfer. Alright, this guy again. I know, right? I've been playing primarily female characters whenever the choice is available since the Commodore 64. The only anti-bias I've seen has been in the last 10 years, and it's not towards gay people. LGBXYC politics is going to swing us back to the Stonewall days at this rate, given how antagonistic it is towards everyone, including LGBT people, who don't truck with the alphabet soup. Interesting point. Commodore 64. Those are well beyond my time. Well beyond. Because I know when I came into existence, there was already like the NES, I think. No. Super Nintendo for sure. But no, I didn't start my gaming career until the N64. Not to be confused with the C64. Very different. I remember in the 90s and early 2K as well, we were actively encouraging women to play games. They simply weren't interested. What changed was World of Warcraft. It drew them in faster than anything, and they were treated like royalty. You really need to stop believing the likes of Kotaku and Anita Sarkeesian. Oh, sorry, Anita Sarkeesian. Oh wow, he actually responded to this. No way. No! What's embarrassing is that you feel the need to leverage your own identity in defense of a movement that views you with disgust. Wait, what? But you called him out, though. What? Ordinary people find these DEI, anti-woke, anti-queer, anti-this and that, obsessions embarrassing and cringe. He's throwing me for a loop here. I don't know what he's saying. And for most of internet history, this behavior has only been associated with the far-right fringe of weirdos. Now they've infiltrated PC gaming and apparently recruited anti-queer queers. That's not how that works, bro. Oh my god. Fucking a lost rune. Who is she? Oh my goodness. I have no idea. Got someone to play World of Warcraft. It's a gender traitor. That's so weird. Cause man, I wish I was inside Screwed's head right now when he was writing this post, because I find this hard to believe. This should have been a wake-up call, if anything. Like, wow, people who are supportive of, like, you know, gay rights and stuff also don't like the game. That's a bit weird. Maybe that says something about the game, you know? Actually, it's looking more and more like Screwed has worked on the game in some capacity. Like, he knows what the game is supposed to be like, but hasn't actively played the game, and nor I don't think he will, because he doesn't need to if he's had some sort of development process with the game. I feel like Screwed might have actually, like, been in the room. Like, it's the only conclusion I can come to why he would think this. Maybe it's just a bad game. Maybe, all right? Maybe. The head of someone like that. Oh my god. The more I think of this, the more I would like to have Deathseer and Screwed in the same room together, just having a chat, because that would be wild. And part of me wants to go back through their history just in case they might have crossed paths, because Deathseer does talk in the Final Fantasy XIV discussions, and so does Screwed. So maybe there's a actually, I'm gonna look right now. I can search his fucking things. It would have been in his quote history, right? Damn. Well, shit. I guess they'd never talk to each other. Become two. Absolutely nuts. It's okay as well. Bullcrafter. What you personally remember is irrelevant. No, what do you mean? All of the facts have been documented by police, by journalists, and outsiders. There were always a reactionary faction of freaks who opposed the idea of female protagonists in games. Yeah, they were the minority, my bro. Greater representation in game dev and gaming spaces generally. That was what Gamergate was about. Anita Sarkeesian had to change her place of residence merely because she was she challenged gendered tropes online. The only difference this time around is that Gamergate 2.0 has absorbed American white supremacist rhetoric and replaced women with DEI, queer, and woke. I don't think that's the case, bro. Like, the easiest example to point to in recent memory is Baldur's Gate 3 for a fact, because, like, holy shit, I only learned about that game like a couple days before it even came out in 1.0, and I was like blown away. I was like, dude, this game is fucking incredible. All right, and it would appeal to those specific things. Like, yeah, you can have like a gay marriage, if you, or I say gay marriage, like you can have a gay relationship if you wanted to. You can give this lady a cock. You can be non-binary. Like, holy fuck, it's crazy that there's like a huge game behind the character creation after you get into it. Like, fucking wild. It's a good thing. It's incredibly, like, apparently, recently, I don't know how true this is. I've only seen like a thing about it, but like, modders have gotten the access to like level designing potential. So the potential to have like custom stories and custom maps is interesting. All right, very interesting. That is true, Lost Rune. You can fuck up air. It's really applying to like every special, every what's the word I'm looking for? Every sexuality out there, all of them. The player count is dodgy though. Shane, pretty much everybody I have on my friends list has played it at some point. I think most of them anyway. Especially when it came out, like everybody was popping off on it. It was kind of nuts. Despite its audible things. The thing I like about it though is things are heavily missable. Like, fucking the way you play the game is so different to somebody else, which is a lot to be said, especially like talking about Dustborn as well. You know, my playthrough is going to be quite similar to somebody else's, not gonna lie, otherwise it wouldn't be a game. Alright. That's just the nature of story-driven games like this that are choose your own adventure. They have to have a conclusion, otherwise there's just no story. It's just how those differences play out is so minor in comparison. It's not like if somebody, let's say Fred actually did shoot someone, all right? They're not gonna die, all right? They'll be alive. It'll just be like a talking point later on that you can like, I reference, hey, no, we got shot. Fuck, you should gaslight yourself, bro. Like that kind of shit. Oh shit, Screw's gonna crucify me for using the word bro. Fuck. I don't think it matters, mate. Sorry, Zelfir responded. She had to change her place of residence because she was calling everyone names that could get them fired or physically harmed. People tend to not like that. Oh, sorry, people tend not to like that. You know what also, sorry, you know what's also been documented? A whole pile of logs that directly disagrees with Anita Sarkeesian before she started writing. Gamergate was about self-defense by regular people against corrupt lies designed to steer people against gamers in general, just like Christian fundamentalists were doing. It wasn't about challenging gender tropes. It was about inventing them. She created strawmen to tarnish every gamer, male or female, as a far-right thug. This keeps happening. I don't know how you manage to get drawn into the kind of rhetoric you're supporting, but this claim that the majority agrees with, it implies that you may be a radical socialist, or at least within the orbit of one. I like the idea that he's like a moon that orbits it. The right from the socialist playbook, it's right from the socialist playbook to assume majority support in order to add weight to false arguments. You think people being sick of DEI and anti-culture is isolated? Look at the game sales again. Look at Disney and Amazon products. Look at the Microsoft firing over 1,000 DEI consultants because it was a failed experiment. Just keep looking at those facts every time you decide that the whole population of planet Earth thinks like a Californian college liberal who walks on tender hooks, so as not to offend people who are going to be offended anyway. Wow. Why did this guy get banned? I don't understand. He's got actually good talking points. This is baffling to me. What did he say that was bad? Oh, what the fuck? This was 21 hours ago? This was yesterday? Okay. Game was a massive flop and the reputation is forever tarnished. Wait, this is also not even close to the last post yet. Anti-woke chats dumping numbers.
Woke companies are going bankrupt left and right. Woke game studios getting dissolved. Mass layoffs monthly.
What is that? Oh.
Nobody's playing these woke games. Instantly didn't win against normalcy after a decade of pushing this Antonio Gramsci.
All right, what is that? I'll look this one up. I don't know who this person is. Antonio Gramsci? Probably not even how you say his name. Oh god, it's like a black and white image. He's like super old, 1916. What the fuck is this? He's just a book author. Oh. Marixists. I've seen that word used before by Screwed. Interesting. I'm not going to read it all, but I've learned more. Snow White and the Acolyte. Dude, I genuinely hope that, like, things are moving forward in a better way, and we're not going to get, like, Snow White 2. Because there's so much discourse surrounding Snow White, and it just doesn't get any better. Like, I'm even surprised Disney is, like, still wanting to, like, ship that movie. It's basically just gonna fucking be negative publicity if they put it out there. Like, I honestly think it should just get cancelled. I don't think that should come out because it's just not gonna be good. Like, they could... Like, I like the idea that they could ship it to box offices for basically shekels. All right, nothing even worth what it was actually like. Bare minimum of what would even... What's the word I'm looking for here? It would flop, all right, and wouldn't make a lot of money. It'd probably be better to hold it off and not do it to keep their, like, integrity intact, if they even have any left. Just digging a bigger hole. The grave just keeps getting deeper. Like, I'm actually surprised Disney still has money left to throw at these, like, fucking college students or uni students to make fucking, like, Star Wars TV shows and fucking movies and shit. Like, holy fuck. 90% CGI. It looks so weird because I wonder if they actually reshot all of the Snow White scenes with the, like, they just reshot them without the characters because they already did, like, filming and stuff before they added the dwarves. And then because everyone was like, where the fuck are the dwarfs? They added dwarfs later. Like, it just comes across as very strange. Fucking hell. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's funny that, like, the lady who said a lot of bad things is now just dancing in a room, in a green room with, like, no one. And it's very sad and cringe, but, like, that's show business, I guess. Sorry, anyway, I lost my thought. Bleep. Into everything
You have nothing to show for it. Disney is burning. Amazon is burning. Ubisoft is ready to go under. Assassin's Apollo Creed is...
Apollo Creed?
is going to be the last nail in the coffin for them. Your side gaslights.
What?
Your side throws the slurs. Oh, your side gaslights. Your side throws the slurs. Your side is filled with hate. Your side cannot stand free speech. Your side is defeated by logic. You've lost the culture war. Time for to enter the dustbin. My posters are no way meant to be offensive, but we know they cannot take any criticism.
Holy shit, Ender. My goodness. Oh my god, he's brought the I don't want to read that comment, man. That's a big comment. Who the redacted actually thinks only 40 people play the game? You really went through the trouble of proving more than 40 people played? Word? That's how you occupied your time? Am I gonna drink before I read this one? Alright. You know when he brings up the blue text, he's gonna spill the big beans. Did he at least leave a thumbs up? Nope. Alright. This is genuine screwed. Okay. How do we know how do we know what we know about hashtag Gamergate? Did he just quote a fucking article? Deadspin says that adherents are a relatively small and very loud group of video game enthusiasts, while Wired says it has attached a loose connection of misogynist, deposed king of nerd culture, and 15-year-old libertarians. Gamergate emerged about 2 years ago, but vaulted up to the front page of the New York Times last Thursday following the chilling threat of a school shooting. But If readers are still mostly confused by what it is, who composes it, and what do they want? That's because coverage of the so-called movement has been pieced together mostly from tweets under pseudonyms and anonyms chat logs on websites like 4chan, Offshoot, 8chan, and Reddit. Dude, what an amazing source for your claims. Holy fuck. I don't know what journalist he's getting this from, but what a source, bro. Gamergate is part of the new phase of online advocacy, whose ringleaders are unclear, if any exist. So is the size of the following. Deadspin predicts 10,000 based on the number of users discussing Gamergate on Reddit. Wow, that's like the entire gaming culture in a nutshell. Fuck, that's shitloads of people. 10,000? I'm sure all of them play Dustborn. And the aims of the movement often contradict themselves. They are peer-to-peer, loosely coordinated online activists whose main talking point, writes Just Signal for New York Magazine, is how mad and frustrated they were that progressive politics and feminism were impinging on gaming, which they saw as an era they had enjoyed free politics forever. The multitude of explainers on the subject are testament to the complexity of defining Gamergate. But what has been clear to the media is its effect. Last week, Anita Sarkeesian, a gaming critic, cancelled a speech at Utah State University after being warned by email that the deadliest school shooting in American history would follow. Gamergate developers like Zoe Quinn and Brian Wu have had their addresses posted online, along with death and rape threats. They are part of a trend of abuse in digital culture. A peer report released this week says a quarter of women aged 18 to 24 have been sexually harassed online. I mean, have you been to like a Black Ops lobby? Like, I'm just curious. Oh, you actually got the thing lost, Rune? Does he have any take on this, or did he just like bring the article? Like, wow. Oh, I can't use. Are you just gonna close it because, like, okay. Yep, that is it. That is the exact article. That's the one. All right, we're still reading it, I guess. At core, the movement is a classic culture war. Video games are becoming more sophisticated and appeal to a greater diversity of people. Naturally, debates about what is a legitimate game, who gets to be a gamer, and which critics get to define those terms arise. Powerful questions for any developing art form. I like that. What is a game, though? This is actually an interesting topic. Like, does Tetris count as a game? If so, does Candy Crush count as a game? Where does the line get drawn? I just want to know. It's just in Black Ops 6. Oh, Black Ops 6. I'm actually surprised Call of Duty is going as well as it has previously. I know they have like alternating game studios, but like that's a way to keep making stuff. Hot damn. Zoe Quinn. Wait, hold up. Oh well, Brianna Wu. This is them. Wait, this is a Steam thing. What the fuck? Why? All right. That's kind of funny, Lost Turn. Oh, 5 years. Oh my god. Wait, Shane, that means you missed out on there was one recently. I forget the name of it. I don't know how good it was. K-Trix tried to convince me to get it. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. But it tried to convince me of whatever the recent one was. On account. It is weird that it's coming from like a developer account. Like, I'm assuming that was the game that they made or worked on. Wild. Oh wait, hang on. Oh yeah, it's a thing. Wow. That's fucking silly. That is nuts. Well, actually, now that you mention that, I wonder. I do kind of believe that maybe Screwed might be an alt account for something. Maybe. I don't know. He just defends this stuff really hard for no reason. I don't understand. Anyway, sorry. I like these thoughts though. Who gets to be a gamer? Preferably somebody who plays games, but only real games, all right? Only manly games. Okay, none of that Kirby bullshit, all right? Talking real games. Sorry. Play more than Dustborn. Is it? Oh, actually, hang on. I don't know if there's any controversy surrounding it, all right? I don't want to, Lost, I don't want to get myself involved with that community, all right? Warzone. Oh, yes. I have played that. That was at the height of battle royales, I believe, like when the Fortnites were happening, and battle royale had to be in like every game. The Call of Duty battle royale was actually pretty alright. The Warzone stuff. I'm surprised Halo didn't jump on that bandwagon. Or I don't know if Infinite has a no, Infinite multiplayer doesn't have like a fucking battle royale map. I'm surprised Halo didn't actually. Rocket! Oh my god, Rocket! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. How was your stream? I saw the game you're playing. It was it was something about I forget the name, but I saw it. I saw the game. We're like mining around in a little cart. It looked neat. But let me give you a spicy little shout out. If Twitch would let me type into the thing. Super Motherload, that's it. It was a remake. Oh my goodness. That's interesting. Revolution 60 is just bad. Oh, okay. Rocket, we're learning about Gamergate from an article cited by like the best character in the world. And I just like from the article these particular thoughts. I mean, I don't think any critics should get to define those terms, but you know, who's a real gamer? Sunny of the three. Hold on. What could this be? What? All right. Yeah, to just drop a rock off the moon. Just throw it up. It'll hit Earth. That'd be wild. What? Anyway. The problem is that when anyone can tweet under their Gamergate hashtag, and no one wants to take responsibility for the movement, it becomes a challenge for reporters trying to nail down verifiable facts. When reporters characterize Gamergate as misogynistic proponents, say those views don't represent the movement. Instead, many claim to be advocating greater ethics among video game press. Yet many criticisms of press coverage by people who identify with Gamergate about alleged collusion in video games between journalists and developers or among reporters have been debunked. Meanwhile, the abusers and the reasoning debaters cannot be separated. Wait, hang on. Lost Rune, based on what you said, isn't this like undebunked? If fucking Brianna Wu, a game developer, was also like whatever. Victims of harassment like Sarkeesian and Wu have publicized their attacks, using their real names, making them figureheads for anti-Gamergate sentiment. But in the absence of clear spokespeople for Gamergate, journalists have been left taking samplings of opinion from social media and interviewing proxies like actor Adam Baldwin. Who are these people? Who is not an avid gamer, according to the Times, yet conned the hashtag Gamergate. It's almost as if people are just using it to say fucking things they don't like about other races and stuff. Wow, wild. I hope somebody comments on this. I love Gamergate. Oh my god. Dude, Zakova, it could be true. All right, he could be going undercover in the Dustborn threads. Wait, this was 11 hours ago. What the fuck? This was today. TLD. Wait, did he get banned from this thread? No way. TLDR, I'm not reading another hit piece against gamers. Look at the viewership of feminist frequency versus the viewership of channels bolstered by its existence. The critics and gamer culture are the minority, and they're supported by the establishment. Yet, another reason why no one trusts the media anymore. Oh, yet another reason why no one trusts the media. Okay. They're on the same false narrative frequency as Christian American mums against violence in video games, and they lost. Anita Sarkeesian's claims about gamer culture is the new Dungeons and Dragons promotes Satanism. I can tell without even reading it that the article you posted paints Sarkeesian as a victim of harassment, while failing to mention the harassment of gamers and the harassment of game companies into complying with DEI agendas that her efforts caused. Wow, that's interesting. Enjoy living in your tiny bubble, Californian. Hey, you pinned him down. Oh my god. Someone was he could have interpreted the article in his own way and then cited the reference as a link, but nah, he just copy pasted it. I'm sure that's gonna be fine, right? Surely. Flustering. Fucking hell. Banned. I can't believe this guy's banned. He's been like, it's like Kane all over again. Like Kane just says really normal stuff and then he gets banned. Like, how does that happen? And you got this guy walking about. Wait, this was 10 hours ago. What the fuck? Just try to imagine the kind of person that justifies death threats, doxing campaigns, and FBI investigation into these things. Because a group of women tried to challenge gendered tropes in medium of artistic expression. The lowest forms of organic life, like oceanic photoplankton, at least have something to contribute to human society. Dude, that is honestly very hurtful to say, because gamers out there are contributing to the economy by buying video games. All right, they're spending their hard-earned cash, or maybe not hard cash. Oh god, they're buying games to play them. All right, they're putting money back into the system. Okay, which is a lot more than what you could say. This is why more and more normal people are becoming embarrassed to admit they're into gaming outside of the normie genres like Battle Royales or Among Us. Gamer is gradually becoming a slur synonymous with far-right fringe personality types. Oh, damn. Shit, I was actually joking about this like a few Steam discussions ago, like, oh, you're such a gamer. But fuck, I guess he's taking it for real now. Like, you buy games? Like, that's nuts. I just don't get keys, unfortunately. Fuck. Kind of lost her by the G word. It's like the people are gonna move from being called like chuds and bigots to gamers. So that's where things are going, right? Good. Look where you're not gatekeeping. Sorry. Look where you're not gatekeeping our hobby got us. Dustborn is a prime example. Oh my goodness. Ace! I demoed the game at PAX East. There were plenty of people playing, though it doesn't mean all about the game. Sorry, but it doesn't mean all bought the game. Game is on my wish list, and the only reason I haven't bought it yet is I have a redacted ton of other games to play. Yeah, like Satisfactory. Gotta play that first. I plan on playing, but this is the usual people just angry and something. But this is the usual people just angry and something and trying to get other people to not play it by saying numbers are low. Fuck, that took a second to get out. Hell, I watched Rebel Moon, director's cut the long one, the other day, and finally, and everyone kept telling me I would waste my time watching, and I ended up liking it. Wasn't a blockbuster or anything, but I didn't care about that. That's totally fine. That's your opinion. You can like any form of media. That is okay. All right? A gamer. You just call me the G word? You're gonna have to start banning the word gamer in chat. I'm also seeing a ton of people claiming the government funded the game as if that's an automatic bad thing. They leave out that it's Norway in most cases. I mean, regardless if it's Norway or not, it is still like, you know, personally, I don't know how much I would trust a game if I knew like the government had a hefty helping into it. Like it's not just like a little bit, like a little booster cash, like, you know, here's a little bit of stuff for little taxpayer money to get you off the ground. No, it's like it's like a lot. It's like a lot went into it, so that's a bit concerning. Ultimately, I don't really give much of a shit. But here's the thing, Ace, and I don't know who gave you this, but it's probably warranted. You're allowed to like anything you want. That's totally okay. And hell, if I get through this and actually like Dustborn, which currently I'm liking it because it's making me laugh. So I do like Dustborn in that aspect. I'm allowed to have that opinion. It's when other people come in and enforce their opinions on you, saying that you shouldn't like this because of this. That's when things get bad, okay? Anyway, moving on. First, Zoe Quinn pushed a guy to suicide. As for Anita Sarkeesian, there's a reason why she married herself. What? I don't know who any of these people are, by the way. I'm so far out of the loop. I don't know who these are. If people are concerned about gamers being associated with the far right, then perhaps they should find another hobby and leave us all alone. It amazes me that you think the people who are prejudiced towards those who want to game are somehow the victims. As for Deadspin, that you referenced earlier, they bullied a kid for blackface, who had his face painted in team colors. So sorry if I don't take morality lessons from the likes of them. They shouldn't like it. Yeah, that's the thing. Cause what was it? What they should like. Fucking Screwed seems to spin that and say that, oh, you're telling me that this game is bad. Like bad as in like I'm bad for liking it in a way. That's what I've gotten so far. It's not necessarily a bad thing. This is a new character, Uncle Mikolo. Did anyone point out that OP is defending a game that they don't even consider worth buying? This is a Jester Farmer. That's literally everybody at this point, mate. Zigzag. Oh wait, this is in reference to... Hang on. I don't know if I let this sink in for a little bit. Becoming more embarrassed to admit they're into gaming outside of the normie genres like Battle Royale and Among Us. Normie genres? What? What? That's a bit baffling to me. Like, Battle Royales are one thing, but like the entirety of Among Us, like all of Among Us, every single bit. All right, that's new. She's a grifter, banking up women hating men and men hating women. That said, I'll back you on your stance of death threats and doxing. That ain't right, regardless of the reason behind it or who it's directed towards. Fair. Dustborn isn't that big of a deal. Hang on. Prime example. Dustborn isn't that big of a deal, fam. Don't get so sensitive about it. Just laugh at it and move on. Look, I'm not trying to be a redacted here when I say this. Maybe you really should go for a walk and touch grass for a minute. Remind yourself of what really matters in life. This silly internet drama is just that. Internet drama. I know, just zigzags, and that's why I love reading this. It's exactly it. It's them redacted based. Oh, I think this is fucking. I think that's fucking based. Wow, that was the last one 3 hours ago. Do you think there's anything new? No. Damn. Well, I got to the end of it. I'm actually surprised Screwed is still popping off. Huh. Among Us is a genre now. With the kids. Well, so is like Five Nights at Freddy's. I guess that might have died off a little bit, but so is Five Nights at Freddy's. What about the normies like a Five Nights at Freddy's? Jobs are at stake. Like the food stake? These are actually kind of short threads. Wait, hang on. Oh my fucking god. There was that like Omega thread. I don't know where the hell it is actually. It's backed up a little bit now. This one. I guess this one just kind of stopped. I don't... Dude, this is like a season finale kind of thread to get through. This is like a 24-hour stream if I want to read nearly 500 comments of one thread. That is a lot of effort. I do want to see this though, real quick. It's a short one.
Possibly the most diverse and racist pile of crap ever on Steam. And the EU funded this for 200,000 euros. Game designers, we have zero tolerance for hate
in the game.
You have now learned how to use gaslighting, bullying, triggering, and canceling. Yeah, it's really weird that they did say that, considering the content of the game. You can also use these against your friends to get your way. You definitely want to check on the review on this before wasting your money on it.
Oh my god. It just goes in circles for 400 posts. I'm assuming Screwed is involved in bringing it back around, right? I imagine he said a few things in there. It's certainly up there. It's the most I've seen personally for a comment thread. No, I actually found left. I don't know. Emancipated. I have no clue. Maybe. The only one in here that could confirm that is Lost Rune. Lost Rune. Is your government political in any way? Well, interesting. There you have it. I can't wait to play more of this though. Because, the whole shit about the meme stuff, oh my god. That's so fucking funny. What? I'm actually kind of glad it's like a pivotal plot piece. Because now I get to hear the word meme over and over and over again. That's going to be good. Anyway. I might have to end this off there though. I'm Emancipated. I'm sorry you jumped in just now, but I've been going for a little while. Don't look at the time on screen because that is inaccurate. It's actually been nearly 5 hours. Most of that was due to actual Dustborn, as opposed to the fucking Steam threads. But despite me ending things off there, let me see if... Damn, the only other person streaming this right now, if you could believe it, is speaking Portuguese. Shit.